Today we're talking about the Tranifesto. Nashville SS writings reignite debate over releasing material written by MKers. In Tennessee, a request for police to release the SS private writings has morphed into a complex multi-parter fight that pits the parents of traumatized students against a coalition of news outfits, non-profits, and a Republican lawmaker, and the public's right for knowledge, with both sides claiming their position is in the public interest. The person killed 3 9-year-old children and 3 adults at a private Christian elementary school on March 27th. Left behind at least 20 journals, a suicide note, a memoir. But there is no national governing standard for how such writings should be made public. There doesn't need to be a commie. There doesn't always have to be a national standard on how to do something. It can be done state by state. Little laboratories of democracy, if you will. God, I hate the AP. Shooters sometimes release their writings themselves on the internet, prompting a race to suppress their spread. Why? Why is it a race to suppress the spread? In 2019, some guy did a thing in Christchurch, posted his anti-immigrant screed. It's a screed when he posted online when it's anti-immigrant. 5 months later, a man killed 23 in Texas and published his racist diatribe. See, it's a diatribe and a screed when the right wing does it. If you want to call it right wing. In other cases, killers have sent their documents directly to news outlets, leaving them the decision of what to publish. NBC was criticized by victim families in 2007 for airing videos of Virginia Tech shooters mailed to the network amidst the killing spree. They were criticized. But you still did it. They still aired it. They were criticized, but they still wanted to make the money. News outlets, they don't want anyone else to have right to it except for them, so they can publish it behind a paywall. Clearly, it's 100% profit motive. It has to be. They're a business. When the killer's writings are seized as part of a warrant, as in the case of the Covenant school shooting, the decision of what to release often rests with local police chief and sheriff and ultimately governed by state-specific public record laws. After a supervisor at Virginia Walmart fatally shot 6 co-workers last November, police took a few days to release his rambling note. Rambling note. Can these people not editorialize every single note, thing here? It's a rambling note. It's a screed. It's a racist diatribe. Keep your opinions to yourself, AP. I didn't realize I was reading an opinion piece here. Michigan State University waited less than a month to release a grievance-filled note from a person who threatened to kill 3 students. Nashville police said they will release the Covenant shooter's writings, but not until they close the investigation, which could take a year. What are they investigating? I'll tell you what they're doing. They're covering it up. They're burying it. In the face of this delay, multiple people have sued for access, including a state senator, the Tennessee newspaper, and gun rights organizations. On the other side, the Covenant School, the church, the Covenant School, the church that shares its building, and many parents want to keep the records private. Why? Why do they want to keep them private? I'll tell you why. Because it makes the left look bad. And it doesn't make the right look bad. That's the number one thing that decides every single news story. Will it make the left or the right look bad? If it makes the right look bad, we push it all the way. If it makes the left look bad, we bury it and suppress it. We don't even talk about it, honestly. We'll try to ignore it. We'll try to memory hole it. Such a fight is unusual but not unprecedented. A similar legal battle happened in 2000s, the Columbine shootings, audio tapes and videotapes. In that case, Columbine parents fought for access to the records, believing they would show a cover-up by the local sheriff. In the Columbine shootings, the parents want the writings kept secret because it makes the left look bad. Erin Kilney, one of the mothers of the slain children, filed a declaration in the court saying that she had not seen the shooter's writing, but believes there are no answers to be found in them. Well, guys, if a mom who hasn't read them says there's no answers in them, I guess we should just burn them. What an idiot. That is one of the dumbest things ever. She believes, guys, well, it's her belief. We better go worship her now. I do not believe there is any motivation other than desire for death. There is nothing that could ever make the horrible act of killing sense. Well, I don't know. When people want to, if this person was a white person killing a bunch of black people and they wrote in their journal that they just hated certain races, people would say, oh, we have to know about that. This is a sign of the racism of the United States. But when it goes the other way, it's a cover-up. There is nothing in the journals to satisfy that yearning, overactive minds of conspiracy theorists. The public release of these writings will not prevent the next attack. You don't know that. You haven't even seen the writings. The Covenant case is complicated by the fact that the shooter, who police say was assigned female at birth, seems to be identified as a man. Is a woman, though. U.S. Senator Josh Hawley, Missouri, is among those promoting the theory that the shooting was a crime against Christians. The refusal to release the writings has fueled speculation, particularly in conservative circles, regarding what they might contain and what conspiracy theories about why police won't release them. In a legal battle over the writings, both sides argue their position will prevent future The coalition seeking the writings says the public release will help better understand and develop policies to thwart them. A group of more than 60 Tennessee Republicans said in an open letter to the Covenant writing they'll be critical to the debate in school legislation in August, a special session called by the governor. But the parents say releasing them is dangerous and will inspire copycats. I don't know. I haven't seen that many copycats of Christchurch. There is a growing movement to deny mass killers notoriety after their deaths, limiting the use of their names and images, so posthumous fame won't be a motivating factor for future killings. I agree with that. Whether the writings should be suppressed is a subject of some disagreement, even among shooting experts. I don't trust anybody who's labeled expert. Perpetrators look to make headlines, says criminology person. Perpetrators are looking to be famous for that, so we want to spread their videos of the words, the pictures, for Adam Langford, professor of criminology at the University of Alabama, who studies math, says he thinks there is a way to make the killer's writings public without inspiring copycats. The biggest problem is the killers sometimes made into celebrities with their names and photos splashed across news reports for weeks. I don't think the Tranifesto in isolation is likely to inspire an attack if you can't see who that person is and start to identify with them. But if you're already obsessed with that individual, then you know the obsession can extend into obsessing about that person's words. Beyond the public debate, upon debate over public good, however, lies the issue of Tennessee open records law, which has no special exemption for the writings of shooters. Richard Hollow, who represents the Tennessean, and the state senator Todd Gardine, said that the parents should change the law if they don't want the records released. That's what happens after Sandy Hook shooting. The parents successfully pushed lawmakers to bar the release of certain homicide victim videos and delay the release of some audio recordings. Because things happened there they don't want the public to know about. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm just saying what happened in Sandy Hook happened, and things where's my thing here? Things are suspicious. In the Covenant case, the families are making a novel claim that they have the rights as victims under Tennessee Constitution that trumps open record law. Whether they can intervene in a case to argue their point is currently before the Tennessee Court of Appeals. Dober Fisher, an executive director. So what is the motivation to do these things? I don't know. I don't know what the motivation is. Well, I do know. We've seen the shooter's writings. They hate white people and Christians. It's problematic to give these victims constitutional rights to veto the release of criminal evidence. They're talking about this crime. They're talking about the shooter. It essentially gives them the right of the broad right to that they want to control the court. Hold on. But essentially, that is the right, the broad right that they have, that they want the court to conclude victims have in Tennessee. Okay. Well, I obviously disagree with that. Open records all the way, nothing secret. We shouldn't even have classified. We shouldn't even have classified documents anymore. That should be illegal. If you guys like this type of document, like the content, leave a like down below, subscribe, share with your friends. Radically Moderate out of here. AP supports what happened here.